Hi guys, so this is part two of a very in-depth and well, taking a really good look at what's happening with your person at the moment. So go into the description box, click on the link so you can catch part one before you get into part two, which is this bit of the video. I had to separate it because it was too long, and my camera, my phone cut it off. So I am posting it in two separate parts, but it is one reading. Go and check out the link, and then check out part one before watching this part to make sure that it is actually your reading. Okay, thank you. Okay, so something else that they're avoiding, and this is what is also causing a blockage, is they feel like there's certain things they need to do. Obviously, they feel like maybe they should be pushing for whatever that thing is that's not yet happened to close the cycle with this other person, but they're not, they're avoiding it. They want to come towards you, but they're avoiding it for some reason because they feel like they've burnt their bridges with you. So it's almost like they're hoping it just happens on its own, or they can buy a little bit of time until they figure out what to do with you. Someone is blocked here. And so there's no communication here for many of you. And they'd like for the communication to be unblocked. They'd like for communication to open up between you so that they can have a better idea of where you are. Because at this moment, they feel like if they push for whatever to for this closure or whatever to go through for the sake of being able to come towards you, and you just not open to it, then they've disrupted not only theirs but some people's, this other person and other, possibly other people's lives for nothing, in a sense, where they could have had a little bit more time. Maybe this other person would have had a little bit more time to get used to the idea. So that's what they're avoiding, when in reality there's nothing that they need to do. Their guides and keepers are dealing with that, but because they're focusing on what it is that they need to do, and at the same time they feel stuck and imprisoned because it's taking long, and then they feel guilt because they feel like they could possibly push it more. So maybe they're just making excuses. You see how they go round and round in their head with this, but they're avoiding making that pushing things to come to finality, even though that is what they want, because they're afraid. They don't know if you will have them. They don't know if this bridge can be mended. They've burnt bridges with you and they don't know if it can be mended. They're also afraid. They're avoiding opening communication for some reason. Why are they afraid to open? Why are they avoiding this opening of communication? Yeah, this... It's as if they're afraid that they're just delusional, like they can't trust themselves. Yeah, this person is afraid that you're going to reject them, and that this is all in their head, and then when this blows up in their face. So, you know, it's like, I'm going to break this other person's heart or disrupt this other person's life because I'm cutting them off so that I can create space for my person, the person I want to be with. But I don't even know if they still want to talk to me or have anything to do with me, or maybe it's just going to end up being a heartbreak for me, that they'll reject me and it won't work out because it's all in my head, and then I've hurt this other person for nothing. They're avoiding their emotions and their feelings and the fact that they're afraid, because they have very deep emotions here for you. They're afraid. They're afraid of something that they can't even put into words because they don't even know what it is they're afraid of, because it doesn't make sense, you know? They're afraid of their feelings, the depths of their emotions when it comes to you. Possibly makes them feel very out of control. Yeah, this person is, they lie awake at night thinking about this. Yeah. It's like this person knows that they have to come towards you because that's inevitable. They're never going to be able to move in another direction, but they wish that they could just get over you, to be honest. Something about your connection really scares them. I think this connect, it's because it's so, it so makes them so vulnerable. They've experienced themselves in a way that they've never experienced themselves with anybody else, and they're being a bit of a coward because they're scared. You know, they're really, really scared. This. Yeah. The cycle is closing here with a marriage. Okay, what influence or impact do you have on your person's life? Let's look at that. What influence, what impact do you have on your person's life, on this person's life? Thank you, Spirit. What impact does my collective have on their person's life? What impact have you made, you know? So this person has been in a situation, a family situation, where they were not fully present. They didn't want to be there anymore, but they stayed because it gave them a sense of stability. They basically lived like a double life, two lives. They had this family, but out in the world they were single, possibly. So it could be a situation like that where they're still living with someone, but they're not together anymore, or they're still legally married but they're separated, or whatever it may be. They were not happy there. They wanted to be elsewhere, but they were too afraid to leave, and this person showed up as possibly being shady, or a player going back and forth, not being able to make up their mind, trying to come on, have their cake and eat it. Just a second. Okay. The impact that you've had on their life is you've made this person feel like the version of themselves that they've always wanted to be, but they never ever thought they could obtain. You made them feel like the biggest version of themselves. This person could be an air sign or have air in their chart. Didn't matter what they did, how much they reached for satisfaction, how much they invested in relationship situations, they were never satisfied. And when you came along, that changed. They felt such a deep sense of satisfaction and fulfillment and just feeling whole. That's the impact you made. You made them see that it's possible, that what they've always wanted, that they just sort of made the excuse, oh, it's a pipe dream, I can't have it, this is life. You made them see that it's possible. You brought great change in the way that this person thinks. And the impact that you've had in their life is that you brought them face to face with with real love. That's why they can never think the same. They've changed. The way that they think about life, about many things, has changed. You've brought them such a deep sense of clarity, and you've helped them to understand that they were never confused. They were just trying to make things fit that didn't fit. Because when you came along, suddenly they had clarity where they used to have confusion. You activated within them a powerful awakening because of this connection. And you brought them to a place of finality. there's a lesson here and a powerful realization about betrayal that they hit rock bottom with, that you helped them to, you were part of. Yeah. They feel like the impact you've had is that they've hit, the impact you had is you brought them to a place where they hit rock bottom. They suddenly wanted to move towards what it is they always wanted. This great change, that's the biggest thing. So much change in so many areas. This person definitely considers you at the very least to be their soulmate. And this person has this rock bottom, whatever betrayal took place here, they've emotionally, they've been struggling with this. They've been grieving what happened between you guys. This was a rock bottom for them, psychologically, mentally. The ego constructs that held them in a particular place, it completely came apart. This person has spent many, many days at the River of Tears thinking about you, thinking about what they lost and what they threw away, thinking about marriage with you. You've brought justice into their life and a lot of endings to a lot of things. A lot of endings to a lot of things. Yeah. You made them realize that a lot of things that they thought they were not certain exists, that it actually exists. But you brought balance and justice. They learned a lot of lessons about betrayal and about why they were always dissatisfied. You know, they settled. They settled in many ways because they thought that that's just. And then they realized there's nothing wrong with them. That they were just in the wrong situations. Healing. Your purpose in their life was to bring healing and to activate healing in their lives and to activate, to help them realize they are the star in their own story. You worked together, you activated stability and an understanding of relationship within them. Healing when it comes to possibly addictions and codependent relationships and tendencies. They find you to be so dynamic, so beautiful. Your purpose in their life has been to really debunk a lot of the old beliefs and the old stuff, to bring healing and to bring wish fulfillment into their life experience. Okay, now let's look at the final question. I want to know what your person's priorities are right now. You've come out a lot in everything. Even though the questions I asked were not directed at you, it was about them, you've come out in a lot of it, and that makes sense because this is a very deep connection. You know? So, at the moment, there's no doubt about it. You are in their energy in every way. You come up in everything, whether they admit it or not. They know it's there. You are there in their mind, in their heart, in everything that they do. What is my collective person's priority right now? What are they focusing on? What is their priority? Thank you, Spirit. What is your person's priority at the moment? Their priority is forward movement and trusting their intuition and listening to source. They wanna get out of the cold. This person felt left out in the cold, and their priority is to get out of the cold, to find their way back into harmony with you. What is this person's priority? Yeah. 10 of Cups, Knight of Cups, and before that the Tower came out. They want this ending to take place. Their priority is to find a way to allow this ego construct to completely fall apart, this tower to fall, so that they can move towards their 10 of Cups, their wish fulfillment. They want to make a emotional, romantic offer. What's their priority? Yeah. And they want to trust their intuition. They want to come into their strength with this. Their strength is clarifying strength. Their priority is to have their intuition, their knowing, be stronger than their mind, their ego. They want strength. Yeah, communication. Okay. You seem to be the priority in your person's life in every way. Every question that I've asked, you've been there. And what is this person's priority? What is my collective person's priority? What is this? Yeah, there it is. The Three of Wands. They've been watching you for a long time. They know that the end game was always to get to you, to end up with you, to make their way to you, waiting for the right opportunity to come towards you. That is the priority. You are the 10 of Cups. You are wish fulfillment. You are that terrifying fantasy that might be a delusion. But that is once again clarified by the 10 of Wands. Your person's priority is to make movement. They've spoken to Source about this for a long time. And they are ready. They want to come towards you and make this romantic offer, this romantic gesture. In order for them to do that, the Hermit is clarified by the Hermit and the Knight of Cups. They know they need to come out of the Hermit mode. This person's been hiding. The Strength is clarified by the Strength. There is nothing. Even if this person is just waiting and buying time because they're afraid, this is bound to happen. Coming in with this communication. They want to come out of this cold. They put themselves out in the cold. They know that. They gave you no choice but to put them out in the cold. And they want that to end. They want this coldness. Their life has been cold without you. They want that to come to an end. Because they want to come and tell you about this deep love that has been a part of their essence, their reality since they've met you. This agape love, this deep emotional beginning, and this offer that they want to give you that they know will only grow. This is love. They're waiting for this tower to fall so they can communicate with you and tell you about it, that it's over, that it's an end. That's a priority. Yeah. The tower, the Eight of Wands clarified by the world in reverse. They know there is a blockage here. They're waiting for this cycle to close so that they can have the world with their Ten of Cups. Why is the world? I think it was already answered previously that actually they subconsciously blocking it because of their fears. But the world is in reverse because they don't want to treat this other person unfairly. They're sort of allowing this person to dictate the terms. They don't want to be horrible to this person by just sort of, cutting off. And they want to do it in the nicest way possible. Why is the world in reverse? They want to be fair. They feel like it's awful that they have this beautiful direction that they see themselves going in and having what they've always wanted, and basically robbing this person of what they want, so there's guilt here. What is it that, why is this world in reverse? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. This marriage is ending. I feel the emotion. This marriage is ending. And your person feels guilty because they're so happy about it ending. And so they feel like it's only fair that they are patient and allow this other person to set the tone and to dictate the terms. And so this other person needs to take their time with certain things. They want it to be fair. They don't want to feel like it's unfair. And so they're eager, but they're waiting. And at the same time, they can't speak to you. They can't open communication with you if they're not going to tell you that this has actually happened. It's over. Their priority is to get to the point where they can take this leap of faith with you. There we go. Thank you, Spirit. We've gotten a lot of answers to a lot of our questions. I hope that you were able to receive clarity with this. This is not a story that's over. If this is your reading, this is not over, guys. So if you're interested in something new, then maybe this was not the reading for you. I am going to do more questions like this for the collective. But if this is your reading, then this is not finished, you guys. There's a lot of love here. Your person's been quiet because they've been in this waiting position. They're also a little bit afraid of rejection. You mean so much more to them than they've been able to express with their words, and it scares them. You're everything they've ever wanted, and you're so close. And every day it seems like you're drifting, but it's not even happening, because it feels like the more time goes by, the closer you guys pull in terms of energy. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. It was a long one, but I trust that it serves you well. If you are interested in a personal, you're welcome to contact me. My email is in the description box below. Do what is best for you. Love and light, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.